Hello YouTubers, this Bigbabysld. I am back again. I've been busy this last month studying for a promotion test at work, getting ready for the move. So I was able to make, I haven't even been making any orders online for comic books. Excuse me, I'm saying drinking a coffee. But I haven't even had time to make special orders, even complete my All-Star and Batman run. I'm going to get back to that eventually, but at work the other day, I did pass my comic shop, my favorite comic place downtown. I went in there for some random bars, and it was payday. So what are you going to do? And let's start off with Giant Size Invaders #1. I'm kind of an Invaders fan. They're not my favorite, but I do have quite a few of their comic books. This one I don't own, so I decided to pick it up. What we got next? This is my first ever Flash comic book. I do have one Flash hardcover book, The Return of Barry Allen, but as far as the actual comic book goes, this is my first and only Flash comic book. This is Flash Annual #2, came out in '88. This is my only Flash comic book. Growing up, I was not really a big fan of the Flash. Some of you guys can come after me. I always found Barry Allen kind of boring. I did read Flash books when I was younger, 10 or 11 years old. I know Wally West brought some spice to the character, and this here is my one and only Flash comic book. Let's move on. Now this here is Defenders 125. That's the forming of the new team. Now this book I've shown before, but it's not in the greatest condition. It's a good condition book. You know, there's some crease in here, some fade away right here in the black. I wouldn't even know what you call this up here, but there's some scratch marks up here. So in the comic book store, whenever I see a better copy, I always pick it up. I think you can already tell how much darker this is. The color is in the book, and it's in mint condition. Excellent condition comic book. I always liked it. It was the forming of the new team. It went from issue 125, and Defenders ended at issue 152 with the new team. They weren't the greatest of books, but I had a thing for Iceman. I was an Iceman fan, and what was 1983? I was a youngster. This was around the time Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends was on television. For you old timers who remember that television show, at the time I thought that was the greatest cartoon in the world. Spidey and his Amazing Friends. Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. And it featured the Iceman, and I became an Iceman fan. Here we have the Teen Titans drug issue. All proceeds from this issue will be donated to fight drug abuse. And of course we have Speedy on the cover. And if you know your Speedy history, you know why he's on the cover. So this here is a special book. I think it's not even in the it's not in the mainstream storylines back then. This was a special issue designed just for drug abuse. There's a word I was trying to get out. I couldn't get it out. Let's see. These I've never seen before, so you know I always like to pick things up. Marvel presents Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't read these yet. That's issue number 9. I only have 2. And issue 10. Try to get away from that glare. What was this guy's name? Starhawk. I remember him. When he guested in other comic books, he had a strange power. He would transform back and forth from a man to a woman. I don't know his full history. I got to read up on Wikipedia on it. If anybody really has any full details about Starhawk, let me know. But I do remember comic books. He would transform 1 minute he's a man, 1 minute he turns back into a woman. I thought it was weird. And here we have 3D Man, superhero of the 50s. It's a Marvel premiere number 36. I guess this character did not become too popular. But you know what the hell, one day maybe they'll bring him back. Maybe there'll be a movie. And here is Marvel premiere number 37. This one I actually needed. Marvel Fanfare number 10. I needed that Black Widow cover. Who remembers the Marvel Fanfares? Spider-Man. 50th issue. That's Kraven the Hunter's son. I like the cover, that's why I actually picked it up. This is my first Spider-Man title. It's just Spider-Man. If you look at it real quick, you'll get fooled. You might think it was Amazing Spider-Man, but it's just Spider-Man. Issue 50. Excellent condition. Had to get my Batman fix. Ooh, tape is coming off. Actually, I picked this up. I like the cover. It's Batman issue 318, introducing the Firebug. I actually like that cover. That's why I picked it up. It's a good issue. And one more Batman, issue 401. Her name is Magpie. I don't really know who Magpie is. My knowledge on Batman, I'm a little ignorant on Batman, but I grew up my whole life collecting Marvel. But I do remember watching the Superman Batman movie on DVD, Public Enemies, excellent movie. And Superman asked Batman, whatever happened to Magpie? And Batman said she's dead. And what did Superman say? He said, wow, whatever happens to the good villains? And Batman says, Claw. What's a good villain? That's how I saw that. I saw Magpie, and I'm just taking it. That's who this is. I remember the name mentioned in that movie. Here we have All-Star Squadron. All-Star Squadron Annual number 1. I don't know too much about these guys either, but you know, I'm always ready to dive into new things. And I picked up Annual number 2, Green Lantern on the cover. And I always go for gotta get my graphic novel fix. Another Superman, Batman, World Finest. I love these books. I collect these graphic novels ever since I saw their movies. I love the movies. I love when they team up. And if you haven't seen Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, it's a little different than the graphic novel, but it's still an excellent movie. I loved it. This graphic novel, Batman is back. Batman gains the powers of Superman, and the Justice League has to stop him. Last but not least, in honor of the movie, I picked up a couple of Green Lanterns. Now, what everybody think of the movie? I saw it, and boy, I think I might have enjoyed these comic books a little better than I did the movie. So much more could have been done in it. I felt disappointed. Excuse me, my radio popped on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's weird. He was much better on the TV show.
As you can hear, I'm a Howard Stern fan. I had the radio paused, but I guess the time ran out. But like I said, I saw the Green Lantern movie, and I walked out a bit disappointed. I felt everything was rushed. Like, wasn't it Abin Sur, the alien that gives Green Lantern his ring? I mean, I thought Hal Jordan just walked into it too quickly. He pulled a purple alien out of the water, just grabs the ring, and woohoo, I'm Green Lantern, I can fly. I mean, it seemed rushed. The special effects were good. But I just don't think the Green Lantern made that transfer to the big screen all that well. Now, I know a new Green Lantern DVD just came out on, I just ordered it on Netflix, called Green Lantern Emerald Knights, which was pretty good. The movie, you know, I'm going to have to give it the same rating I gave Thor, you know, a 2 out of 4. I would have to give it a 2.5. I just, I felt disappointed when I walked out of the, Ryan Reynolds, just a human being, just did not look right in the Green Lantern suit with the mask to me. That's just my opinion. Matter of fact, I thought he looked a little silly wearing that green mask. I was ready for him just to take it off. One more, issue 145. And I'm hoping that Captain America is a lot better than what I've seen recently. I was disappointed with Thor. I was disappointed with Green Lantern. I did enjoy the X-Men movie. Not as good as the first two, but better than the last two. So I would give the X-Men, 3 out of 4 stars. But the Green Lantern, I already hear they're working on the sequel, and hopefully the sequel will be a lot better. Alright, YouTubers, that's it for now. I'm going to order me some comic books, maybe not today, maybe next week. I want to finish my All-Star Batman run. And YouTubers, this is Big Baby SLD, and I am out.